on with this afternoon of classic rock music. Coming up, it is Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young with Ohio. That'll be soon. But right now, right here, it is Roundabout by Yes. So here it is on 99.9.
The history of WHHS is legendary. WHHS is the oldest continuously operated radio station in a high school in the United States of America. We were chartered in 1949. The gentleman that signed our first license for operation was Edwin Armstrong, the man who invented FM radio. So we are historic.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed WHHS. When I first came to the high school, I was like, what, a radio station? And I immediately got involved and I've loved it. I mean, cool people, cool music, and you really get to, like, be at the helm of a little portion of time on the FM radio, so it's a really rewarding experience.
It's one of the, I think, one of the greatest extracurricular activities or opportunities you have in this school.
I am a general manager of the radio station, and sophomore and junior year I was chief engineer. My job this year is to organize all the directors and to make sure the station follows through on its goals for the year.
Being the sponsor of WHHS is, my job is to oversee the operation of the station and that the students are doing the right thing. We are certainly bound by our school regulations, but being a radio station on the FM band, we are also obligated to follow the FCC rules and regulations. So we have to make sure we're broadcasting at the right frequency, submitting logs and information to the FCC on a timely basis. We get inspected by the FCC, and in fact this coming year, the FCC is going to, we are up for license renewal, which means we have to make sure that all of our systems are go, everything is working properly, we're modulated properly, it's a process that every radio station has to go through, and so that's what we're getting ready for, is our license renewal. But basically, it's a student-run station. The directors of the station are responsible for the daily on-air content, the selection of staff, and the day-to-day running of the station.
Okay, our show, the Max and Tim Show, I'm Max, he's Tim.
And I'm Tim.
Takes place every Thursday, starting right after school at 2:30 and going all the way to 4 o'clock. We feature a wide variety of music, but the majority of it is classic rock.
Yep. You know, Queen, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, the Beatles, lots of Bruce, some of the band, you know. And mixed in with some more modern stuff.
And we never turn down requests.
Yes, even if it's pop music. Never turn it down. Always please the customer.
You include news, sports, traffic, or weather in your broadcasts.
All of the above.
Minus traffic.
Minus traffic. Because we don't care about the drivers.
Got a slow jam up on Mill Road? No, we don't do stuff like that.
Not traffic, but we have done sports before. We do news every show.
Yeah.
It's a requirement on the Max and Tim Show.
Yeah, and we try and stay up to date with the weather.
And yeah, we do mention weather. We try to keep.
We try
to keep news things, news items, entertainment, or music related though.
Yes, nothing too obscure.
It's a very musically themed show. If it's a slow news day in the music world, we might throw in some local news or politics or something.
Or go to our imaginations.
But that's pretty rare. Yeah, we make up news stories too.
We have had 3 different frequencies in the history of WHHS. They've been interesting stories, every one of them. Basically, the reason we changed frequencies from 89.3 to 107.9 and now to 99.9, the reason for the frequency changes, it is very, very attractive to have and own an FM radio station, and it can be very profitable. We are a small 10-watt station. 10 watts lights your average light bulb. But when you listen to FM stations, commercial stations, they can be 10,000, 50,000 watts. But you have to be licensed by the FCC to have that spot on the dial. Many people and big radio corporations have been envious of our spot on the dial. They can make millions of dollars from them. So a couple of times these big radio corporations have gone to the FCC and petitioned for our frequency. And the FCC has a couple of times given other people our frequency, because the FCC is more concerned about how many people can be reached by that frequency. Our little signal here reaches Haverford and the surrounding areas, thousands of people. But if you gave our frequency to a big commercial station and they broadcasted 10,000, 20,000 watts, they could reach millions of people. The FCC was swayed by this and a couple of times gave others our frequency. However, they were wise enough to reallocate us a spot on the FM dial, and luckily we've been able to secure a good spot. And the 99.9 FM spot is great. We're in the middle of the dial, and we hope to be there for a long time.
Warm everyone up and give them some information here. Hello, boils and ghouls. We are Mutagen, and we're filming this today so we can remember what's happening here. Welcome, children of technology!
Well, they're a force to be reckoned with, I'll tell you. Some of these bands that come on are really full frontal, loud, but you know, it's a great way to see people that you might not normally see, or meet people that you might not normally run into in your everyday life. You know,
Actually, probably won't.
Yeah, ever. But yeah, I've enjoyed the coffee houses. It's a nice thing to do on Friday nights. Livens up the social life, so, you know, Max,
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun time. You get to hear music, you get food.
Food.
The big show, I can say, is a great event because it's outdoor, goes all day long, your friends will be there. And I would encourage everybody to at least check it out, even if you don't stay for a long time. You should all come and support local bands, because it really means a lot to performers when their peers show up to see them play.
Yeah, it's reasonable cost too, so won't break the bank.
And if you're lucky, you may just enjoy the music.
Do the coffee houses raise a lot of money for the station? Is it like a significant amount, or?
We get most of our money from coffee houses. That's pretty much our primary income. We usually get a decent amount.
My hopes for the station's future is that it grows and it stays a part of the of Haverford High School and doesn't really go away, and that we do a good job and stay in the community.
always have hopes for the future because broadcasting is a great field. It's expanding every day. So we have sent a lot of people from WHHS into professional broadcasting, engineering, writing, journalism. The convergence of all media fields is going on. So having the skills, the technical skills that we give at WHHS are tremendous out in the real world. We have any number of people who are professional engineers right now, broadcast engineers who started at WHHS. So yeah, I have great hopes for our staff. We will continue to have a great experience. It's a very unique experience. It's a historic experience. And I hope that we will continue to have a waiting list as we do every year for students who want to be on the air and in the world of broadcasting.
My hopes for the station future, being general manager next year, is I want to make the station the best it can be and make it more well-known locally and broadly recognized as one of the leading school radio stations in the country. We already are the oldest student-run FM station in the country, and I just want to make our reputation even better than it already is.